Hello guys, Vikrant here, and today we shall discuss if you are good enough to study in Germany. Of course you are. Good talk. All kidding aside, Germany is known to be hard for studies. If you want to know where you stand, my university, RWTH Aachen University, has made a self-assessment test. And this test was made by none other than the world popular, super famous, and my favorite professor, Professor Honker. Just kidding, I had never heard of him before either. But the test is awesome, and the professor heads the psychology department, I think. And it's really useful if you are a young student who is just planning to get into Germany, or if you are a master student and still want to know approximately where you stand. The test is basically like a puzzle game that you have to solve, and it helps you get a better feeling about where you stand amongst all the students that would be taking the test. Now, the initial questions of the test would not be very hard, but as you keep going further and further, it does get a bit tricky. So you might have to spend some time thinking about it. Now, I have a master's from Germany, and I still had to spend a little time thinking about the answers. So I assure you that it's not a problem if you get some questions wrong, or you take a lot of time to get some answers correct, because that is not really important. What is important is you get through it and get a small idea about how tough or how academically inclined or how much technical knowledge or what sort of thinking you might need to be able to cope up with the workload here in Germany. As an additional bonus, the test also has a German part where you can try out your German skills, how good you are if you have already learned a little German. It's not compulsory to give, and you can obviously also study completely in English, but it's very useful to know a little German. And obviously, if you can give a free test and get an idea about where you stand, it's way better than having no idea at all, like I didn't. This is a test not just for my university, Aachen, but for all TU9 universities. The test has two major parts, one orientation and one subject specific. If you have no idea what you want to study in the future, you should first take the orientation test. It asks you about your likes, dislikes, what statements do you slightly agree with, completely agree with, disagree with, and it basically helps guide you according to your thinking and your psychology into a direction which can become a concrete source of information or job for you in the future. If you already know what you want, you can directly go to the subject specific test. These tests help provide more information about what sort of things you can expect in that particular course in your studies. The specific subjects that you can take exam for, and I shall be reading them off, is architecture, civil engineering, electrical engineering, humanity courses like linguistic and communication sciences, geography, material science, social science, general teaching, mechanical engineering, specifically the one that I tried a test with and it was awesome, mathematics and natural sciences, psychology and economics. So you can choose one of these fields and give a test based on that, so you have a bit more idea about what you can expect going future in that course, and also maybe you can later Google out and figure out what sort of jobs exist in your course so that you can have a much better idea before coming to Germany. Best of luck.